Hey besties, I read 51 books in 2024, so let's do a quick run through of all of them, from my worst reads to my best reads of the year. Quick disclaimer, I am leaving out nonfiction because I don't rate nonfiction, and I'm leaving out manga volumes and comic books because while I rate by volume in my tracker, it matters more as a series, and I didn't finish any series this year. That leaves me with 35 books to rank. So for 1-star reads, I had none, which is a feat, but I am trying to get better at DNFing, so let's go ahead to our 2 stars. And by 2 stars, I mean the singular 2-star read of the year, The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. I had quite a few 3 stars, but most of them were manga volumes. 3 stars for me doesn't mean that they were bad necessarily, like I could see where they were coming from and what they were trying to do, but they weren't perfect for me, or I found them predictable. And our 3 stars start off with Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one by Amanda Lovelace, and ends with A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. And in case you're keeping count, that's so few books on the list so far. Over 86% of my reads this year were 4 or 5-star reads. So for our 4 stars, we have Vampalicious by Sienna Mercer, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, Happy Place by Emily Henry, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which was a reread that I read with my sister. This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Motar and Max Gladstone. Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. Soul Star by C.L. Polk. Love Boat Forever by Abigail Hing-Wen. Storm Song by C.L. Polk. Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. The Archive of the Forgotten by A.J. Hackworth. Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. And The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackworth. And then we have my favorite books of the year. I have simply so many 5-star reads. I also reread some of them many times this year, so they count double, which is really cool. Our 5 stars are Daisy Miller by Henry James, Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson, Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark, Mockingjay, Catching Fire, and The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, all 3 of which were rereads and read with my sister. Witchmark by C.L. Polk, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, Babel by R.F. Kuang, The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw, 1984 by George Orwell, The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which I read twice this year, Nona the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, which I read twice this year. And then my favorite book of the year, which I read twice because I loved it so much and almost started a 3rd reread, was Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir.